Hi there all, welcome to Jessica's 2-Car Garage, and I know it's been forever since I've been standing in front of my RC desk, but my friend just bought herself a brand new boat, so that gave me every reason to pull mine out. So this one, I say this one because yeah, you'll see in a minute, is an all-original 1989, 90-ish Traxxas Villain. Somebody did a horrible job putting the stickers on, but that's fine. Still has its registration number. But I don't have the radio to go with that Traxxas receiver. I do have an old Avenger with a receiver and all the right channels, so it'll act just like a stick radio and just like the original. So I'll take and nip the tip off of that antenna wire wherever it actually ends, solder it to the spring just like Traxxas did, and then hook all this gobbledygook up and even probably use the battery box, at least for now. And it should run. I have some Venom batteries, which I might even be able to find the adapter for the Tamiya. That would be great, because that would mean I don't even have to cut these. I can keep this boat all original. I took the props out to store it because I don't have a stand for this boat. But yeah, it's all original. I'd say it might have went out in the water once. Maybe. Tubing's still sort of squishy, which is nice. Doesn't mean I will be not changing that. I might change it just to make sure. Still has its whip antenna, so going through the water, this thing is going to look virtually like it just came out of the box. Like I said though, somebody did put the stickers on horribly, because yeah, that one goes on the other side and you know, vice versa. The dashboard's there. Windshield's not, so I'm going to have to plug these holes with either silicone or some screws in some silicone. Something along those lines. The reason this doesn't have a windshield is because I took it off and put it on this one. This boat sat in my storage for a long time, and it sat with something sitting on the windshield like that. So the black windshield that came with it is no more. It cracked, broke, and all that fun stuff. Passengers are ready. They need a bath anyway. This antenna is going to get changed. This boat is hooked to that radio with the switch, so I will actually be able to run both of them at the same time, reasonably speaking. Still have the VIN plate for it. I did take it off the back though, so it can't get messed up. And this boat, this particular one, I took the time and effort and learning from the boat previous to this boat, which was the same kind of boat. I'll put a picture. And right off the bat, I did all the cooling stuff for it. So it's got not just the cooling for the speed control like it comes with from the factory, but I actually went and bought all the stuff to put the cooling system in the way it's supposed to be, so the engines have their cooling systems. This boat's already been converted to Dean's, so I don't have to worry about it. I have kept the brass props on this. I probably shouldn't, because don't drop your boat, kids. You'll bend your prop. I probably can bend that back, because it's not like I sharpened it real well or balanced it at all. Focus. I haven't done that with these either. I literally bought a spare prop and stuck the thing on there. When it fell, it didn't mess with any of that. It's not completely stock other than that. Many years ago when I bought it, I went and found at Ultimate Hobbies some purple trim tabs and little spars. I'm sure they're bent all out of shape by now. So I'll have to put some time and effort on that. That's when I tried to put a couple on the side and it didn't work out so great, but it seals. Fancy exit for that one. Not so fancy exit for the other side for the engines, but that's fine. Works just fine. Those rubber baffles, I believe, have been replaced. I don't think they're original Traxxas. Other than that, it is reasonably bone stock. The Velcro straps are my own kind of thing, because it does come with the same kind of Velcro strap as that. And well, frankly, it doesn't hold batteries worth a darn, really. So I have moved on with that and made my own straps. But this does need washed. I need to double check and make sure any of them float. I know nothing of this white boat other than what I've just told you. I picked it up for 20 bucks. Because it was sitting at my old work forever without much in the way of love. So I went and picked it up for 20 bucks, brought it home, and that will see water in the next month or so. Stay tuned for that video, because she bought herself an M41 and I don't foresee being able to keep up with her with. Sure as heck not with that. Maybe not with that, since it's bone stock, but I should be able to have some fun still. My plan is, you know, try and keep up with her with this, or at least get close. And that is going to be our rescue boat. So I might be figuring out how to put attachments on the nose of that beast, so that we can go get these things if they flip over. That's been upside down. That's the RC side of things, which is gonna have to wait until later on, because I have real car stuff to do. Now, back in the garage, where the real car stuff is to do, along with a bunch of other stuff. I cleaned the batteries off the log. As you can tell from the log, they were leaking. This is why I put them down on the log, so that they didn't destroy the carpet, even though I have a rubber mat. They got sprayed with battery cleaner, which is why you can see red spots, because it turns red in the presence of acid. But after you get 3 of them running and you have a bad back and stuff like that, and you take a day off and whatnot, because this is Friday the 13th I'm recording this, much late in the afternoon, to be honest, you still have a mess. Some of this is going to have to come out, some of that's going to have to get stood up, some of that's going to have to come out and replaced, and yada 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 yada. But I still have a trailer at my husband's work, which I need to put all that mess under. Because the little wheels on that stand doohickey that they come with, my terminology for the day, have given up completely. There is the alternator from the doomed gold car. It needs to come out. And, well, frankly, I'm not sure if it's going to be a core or if I can save it. I guess we'll find out. After the drop light has to come out. I used some air, so that's got to get recharged. Maybe the trailer tires it'll work fine with, but that's probably about it. Yeah. So, still a mess. Gaskets still gotta come out. That right there is an original cover that goes from here to here. There's a notch right there. They fit in and pull over the top. I don't think that one rolls back up, but he did fine. I'll take what I can get. The Wix filters box is trash, so that's gotta come out. Took and pulled out both the batteries from the car, gave them a bath, along with the cooler that had a seat cushion on it. This whole corner's gotta get done. Things like that water pump and the starter core and the alternator core and the battery core, all that has to go to the scrapyard. So that's always fun with a bad back. There's another battery hiding that has to go to the scrapyard. Hidden behind here is a box full of wires and condensers and alternator and starter, and yeah, you get the point. A whole bunch of stuff came from my dad's. That was stuff that was in my El Camino's bed. She's not here because of management. I have a container full. This was my dad's, so when I had the opportunity to save it, you bet your behind I did. MSD buttons and bushings. There's the points eliminator kit for the 73 wagon. Odds, ends, U-joints. I don't think there's anything automotive with a Z, but I've got stuff from A to U-joint in here. Chrome alternator pieces. Now that I've stripped the pieces out of the chrome alternator, I'm finding friends who want that thing. I guess I'll have to try and put it back together. Well, that's gonna be fun, right? So, yeah, all of that has to get done. Here's that mess of an oil filter bull honky I've still got to take care of. Background noise is because, you know, I live in an apartment complex. Clothes, heirlooms. Tiny just got upside down. That's all got to get sorted and cleaned because it was icky and then some. That lives here normally. So there's that has to get cleaned out and gone through. All the trailer hitches can get gone. Bucket of old stuff I have to go through. The ancient timing light. And then it's buried to the point where I can't really grab anything and pull it. Yeah, it's packed in there solid. That's an ancient MSD box. Chrome dipstick I'll never use because they leak. Dad's old jack doesn't work, but I believe that giant Phillips screw toes right there should let me put jack oil in it, and I'll be able to see if it works, because this is a venerable old soldier and the only jack I remember. That's how old it is. It's always worked until I went to pick it up from storage. Extra brownie points to anyone who can tell me what this is for and why I'm going to need it to replace, well, I would like to have it working to replace the points in the 73. Cords are all still there for what it's worth. Probably use a new coat of electrical tape. It's a little old. But last time I saw it, it worked. Back in the RC spectrum, these are two cheesy boats. Toy grade kind of deal. I don't even think either one of them has a servo. Plastic's a little old and cracked on this one, so maybe this isn't going anywhere anytime soon. That's sort of depressing. This is the one I had hoped for. Oh well, there's always this one. Yeah, so you got the idea. There's a bunch of stuff I have to go through and sort out. Hey, look, tilt column. Yeah, electronics to get rid of. One of them sounds like a maraca, but if you're still interested, let me know. Spare coffee makers, because you may have seen my shirt, and yeah, I can't not go without my coffee. Oh, my fishing rods. It's my camper show window for my El Camino. But I gotta go through all of this and get it ready for moving and whatnot. Got my rocking horse from when I was a kid. It's my mom's Schwinn from the 60s. And yeah, it's a god honest Western Flyer. Complete with a registration number that probably doesn't work anymore. Crankshaft, 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 crankshaft. Cylinder heads. Whole bunch of stuff. No, that'd be gone through. Another set of big block hookers. My hookers stacked with my trannies. And my intakes. That goes to this poor thing. Which, oh, skinny! Box of crud. Seriously, in the next day or two, get a hold of me if you have any use for this thing. Used to have a tag. Never mind, I'm doing this one-handed for you guys, so you gotta give me a break here. There's a tag. There's your tag number. It's only got a few days before it's leaving. Again, today is May 13th, Friday, 2022. Big block 427 forged crank out of a propane truck. Pair of heads. It all stacks up. There's front and rear sway bars for a Chevelle. Dual hump cross member. Drive shaft for, I believe, 350 El Camino 73 through 77. Buick. Only God knows, but it's GM. They're a mess. There's the engine stand. There's more of the engine stand. Some assembly is going to be required. Back there is the steering wheel, the GT wheel. It's going to go on my El Camino if I ever get a chance. Steering column 75 through 77 A-body metric on Craigslist right now. It also has to go. You're going to need an ignition switch. That kind of foobarred up there. Big block dampener. random parts here, there. Flame arrestor for a boat. I've had that on my hot rods before. So you get the point. That I'm gonna have to hit with carburetor cleaner, I guess, because it's not coming off with water and simple green. So that's how that's going. If I don't pay bills by selling the Dodge soon, this is gonna be my only mode of transportation. That's a long story. So you get it, you've got it, you got the point, you've heard the stories. I hate the light in here. Instant human, just add coffee. That's what that says, even though it's passed backwards for you. Yeah, can't do much about that. So I'll put the light behind me, and the light behind me is for real. And say goodbye and good night. Stay safe. Take care. I have some batteries to drag back in and put on the charger. Oh, so much fun. And don't forget to buy me a coffee. Link in the below. And if I can do this right for you. Hopefully I got the shirt. Yep. Take care. Stay safe. Leave comments. Like the video. I'll try to put myself where you can't see my double chin. Take care, guys.